now we're live. I gotta check my microphone levels here. Recording devices.
So how's John doing? I don't think I've seen him in ages.
Which John?
Musum.
Oh, good. We just recorded Pup yesterday. Doing fine. Everything's good in Musum land.
I know he just had whatchamacallit, they put a dog down, I think I saw on Facebook or something.
Yeah, he mentioned a couple weeks ago. That he did it a couple weeks ago, yeah.
That sucks.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's never what you want to do or have happen.
So did you see whatchamacallit? Batman? Yeah.
Batman Superman?
Yeah.
No. I'll probably see it when it comes home. I haven't seen Star Wars yet. So,
I'm sure that's still in the theater if you really want to see
well, I mean, it
it.
comes out on Tuesday. I already have it pre-ordered, so
Yeah, I do too.
excited. I just don't really get the... I don't really have the time where I can leave the house for, like, 2 hours. Or in the case of Batman Superman, like, 2.5 hours.
It feels a lot longer than that.
Yeah, there's just no way that I can afford to take that time, unfortunately. Hey, Dimebag.
Alright, I'm gonna try and get chat popped out here.
My tweets for Twitch just seem to be completely broken. Amazing.
Double check recording. Yep.
Screw it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I don't know. I my same feelings I did when I watched Star Wars. Like, I didn't hate it.
It was just good.
No.
Not the best, not the worst, it's just okay.
Yeah. It's just, it was just a thing.
Yeah.
I just, it's a universe I really am not that vested in. And being a casual reader of DC, but not like all in, I'm looking at the stuff they're throwing out there. I'm like, no one is gonna get this.
Right. Oh, you have a talking gorilla, right? No one's gonna buy that.
No, I wish the gorilla was in it though.
He's in Gotham.
Well,
I mean,
wasn't
good for him for shooting for the stars.
yeah.
I don't know.
But no, there was a lot of stuff. They threw a lot of stuff at people.
Yeah, just it feels like when you look at the Avengers or you look at Age of Ultron, it felt like they were taking all these movies and then just building towards this crescendo, and then it landed in this big 2.5-hour experience. And like the first Avengers movie had a 45-minute fight scene that was awesome. It felt like it was 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But I feel like they don't have that same momentum on Batman Superman because Superman only had one prior movie. Batman isn't the same guy. This is the first time Affleck has been Batman. It doesn't feel like... If it was Christian Bale, it'd be like, oh yeah, we're gonna see Christian Bale beat the crap out of some dude.
And that's part of the frustrating thing is they're trying to speed up that process of getting to the big group movie.
Yeah, getting to the JLA movie.
And no one's vested in your characters as they are.
Yeah.
I mean, that was part of I thought the brilliance of what Marvel did with... There were hints and MacGuffins all throughout all the previous movies leading up to, like, the first Avengers movies. Like, you had a good sense of what was happening behind the scenes, and that was just a little peek behind a curtain of what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then they drop even more hints, and then just keep carrying that forward. And I think that's you grab a larger audience that's going to gravitate and have a longer tail on it. Because I think that dropped off 70% in 1 week.
Oh, wow.
From opening day.
Well, I mean, when you look at it too, I think even Marvel stumbled really early on too. With the Hulk movie was not great. They don't even have the same guy playing Hulk anymore.
Right.
You know, the first Iron Man movie was good, but not really as good as what two did. You know, it was a really great foundational piece, but you know, it took
Yeah,
them a
but
while to say like, all right, now we got our shit together. Now we can start putting all these pieces together and start getting these big tentpole movies.
and it's funny, like Iron Man 2 might be the most worthless movie in the series.
Yeah,
Like
not really a lot happens.
no, not really outside of it being introduced to another roadie.
Yeah,
I mean, that's it. Um yeah, it's just like I just really enjoy how they go from one to the next in that in their universe. And granted, I'm more vested in Marvel properties than I was ever was with DC. And for them to open the sorry, spoiler alert, for them to open the movie with, in case you don't know, Bruce Wayne's an orphan.
I think that's inexcusable in 2016.
The they opened the movie with it.
I
Like you know what? I'm sitting with Liz. I'm like, look, if I have to witness, uh, what the hell is Bruce's father's name?
oh god, I don't remember.
Whoever in and like whatever his parents getting shot again. I might just walk out.
Yeah,
First scene in the movie is a casket. I'm like,
the gun comes out.
Are you serious?
I cannot believe I can't like. It's one thing to draw parallels. It's one thing to have the Iron Man origin story and sort of modernize it a little bit. Most people don't know that. Everybody knows Batman's origin story.
Fair, like, all right, so fair enough. I will be equally as mad as watching that again as if I see Peter Parker get bit by a fucking spider again.
Yeah, if they come out
Like,
in
if at
Civil
what
War,
point,
if
who does not know this?
if the intro to Civil War is him getting bitten again, I'm gonna flip a fucking table.
Like, I maybe have a little snapshot of it, maybe in the Marvel flicker, they can do it right there
Just him,
and just
like,
be done with it.
Or do that
Yeah.
like shitty thing that some movies do where it's all these newspaper clippings flying at you at the beginning, you know. Local teen bitten by radioactive spider.
Spider, sick for days.
Yeah. Spider-Man suddenly appears, comma, fighting crime.
Uncle Ben mysteriously shot in the street.
Yeah.
Like,
We don't know his first name.
and like, I just wish they would just go, like, and that's the thing, like, that was the first 15 minutes of the movie.
I just,
Like, it's like, you got to be kidding me. Why am I watching this again? Who doesn't know Batman's an orphan angry with the world about crime?
Right.
It's Batman.
The thing too is like they could have addressed that through dialogue between Alfred and Batman later.
You know, yes, you know what happened to my parents. Yes, we know what happened to your parents, Bruce.
Yes, everybody does. Eye roll.
But come on, kid.
Come on, I've been dealing with this for like
You're
30
in your
fucking
late
years.
40s. Stop it.
Talk to a psychiatrist. Let's get through it. It's not bad to talk to someone.
But it's been really funny. Like, what was really funny was someone else I knew went to go see the movie, and I guess someone in the peanut gallery yelled, "I hope they make it."
Amazing. So, do they tease or address any of the Suicide Squad stuff? Or is that just like this totally separate thing they're ignoring for now? If it's a spoiler, just we don't have to talk about it. But
I don't think they did anything outright like, "Ooh, that's going to that," outside of the trailer again. Which the more I'm seeing in that movie, the less interested I am in it.
it looks fine, but it doesn't look like one of those things where doing another comparison again. When I saw that Civil War trailer, I was like, I have to fucking see that. Like, I have to see that right now. If I could pay $50 right now to see that, I would probably do that. That looks awesome.
Even that, like, everything they're dropping about that movie just seems like oh my gosh.
Fucking Spider-Man's in it? This is gonna be fucking
and
sick.
He called them Underoos.
Yeah.
Like,
and when I see Suicide Squad, like, I think the lady they have playing Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn looks good, and I think she'll do a great job. I am still unsold on Joker 100%. I think they leaned way too hard into that, and I don't know anybody else in that movie. I know two characters, and Will Smith is in it as a dude. That's what I
Yeah.
know. Deadshot, Sure Shot, Sure Eye, Dead
Deadshot.
Eye.
That's Deadshot.
They have like four Batman characters named the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I do not understand. Like, I'm watching the trailer. Like, what is happening in this?
Right.
Like, what? Who's the bad guy? Is the Joker the bad guy? Because I thought he was part of something, and
Is he
then
part of the Suicide Squad?
it's. I I really don't know.
I don't know.
And like the one they did do one thing I thought was really cool. And I don't know, like, and this hasn't been confirmed or denied yet through the movie, is that there's Joker or Robin's uniform in a glass case with like Joker writing on it, like ha 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 ha, jokes on you or whatever.
Right.
In the Batcave, and I'm like, oh, all right, so that opens them up to the Red Hood, because would only assume that's the Jason Todd.
Sure. That'd be okay.
Okay. So anyway, back to Batman's origin story, because we have relived this in every movie.
Yep.
And in every video game. I think the only thing that's probably not going to happen in it is Lego Batman.
I didn't play the first Lego Batman, so I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I forgot there was another one.
I only played Lego Batman 3, and that was basically Justice League.
Yeah, I don't know.
And what bothers me so much is, like, the last Batman comic I read was Death of the Family, from a couple years ago. And that was, like, the Joker cut off his face, and he sewed it back onto him, and it's, like, falling off and rotting over these 6 or so issues. And at the end of it, spoilers for anybody that hasn't read it. If you haven't, you should. It's really good. But at the end of it, there's a meeting between when Batman first caught the Joker, like the very first time, and he put him in Arkham, and Bruce Wayne goes to visit the Joker in Arkham, and it makes no bones about it that the Joker knows exactly who Batman is, and the whole time decides to ignore it. And it was just such a cool scene. It's like, why don't you play off some of that stuff?
Yeah.
That's so much more interesting than Batman and Superman punch each other.
Well, the same thing, like the Killing Joke. Like, that is an awesome trade.
Yep, and they're making a comic out of it, or a cartoon out of it now.
Yeah, I just saw that. They got Conroy and Hamill back for it.
Yeah, which I don't think anybody other than Hamill could do that unhinged Joker like that. I think, what's his face from Arkham City got pretty close.
Oh, yeah, he did a great Joker.
Yeah.
That black dude?
No,
Can't
it's
remember his name.
What was his name? He's fucking in every game now. Joker in Arkham City.
Welcome to TVGP Googles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so far behind on reading anything right now. Like, the only thing I've been keeping up with has been Invincible and Injustice, because I think, and that's the funniest thing. So I'm just talking about how I'm not really big into DC properties, but Injustice might be the best thing that's happening ever in comics.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is so good and so crazy.
It was supposed to be Troy Baker. It says Mark Hamill, but I remember that not being the case. I'm fairly sure it was Troy Baker.
I thought Mark Hamill did the Arkham City games.
No,
Troy Baker took over in the newer cartoon.
I could have sworn Hamill wasn't there for Arkham City, but came back for Arkham Knight. Unless I have both of those backwards.
What is it? Yeah. Let's see, Harley Quinn's getting back in the picture. Yeah, like Injustice. I can't believe this has been going on. Like they're gonna be like year 5. Like they're
Yeah, from what was supposed to be like a shitty video game tie-in
yeah,
comic.
has just been amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, but I was frustrated. Like it just got off on the wrong foot with me,
Who
and it was
directed that?
loud. Zack Snyder.
He's either
You know,
really good or really bad. Watchmen was really good. You can make good
Watchmen was
movies. 300 was really
300
good.
300 was amazing. I really liked The Spirit. I don't think he directed The Spirit though.
Let me look it up.
It was in the same vein. Now that was more like Frank Miller's bag. No, 300.
Let's look here. Dawn of the Dead, which I never saw. Watchmen, Legends of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole. Sucker Punch, which I like as a style over substance movie,
Yes.
but as a substance movie, it's not very good.
Hey, without Sucker Punch, I don't think we would have got Oscar Isaacs.
That's true. Man of Steel, which
Was meh.
the 300 sequel. Oh no, he didn't do that one. Sorry.
300. Actually, I really liked Rise of the 300. Was really
I
good.
didn't see that.
I really enjoyed it.
He's executive producing both Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman. He's directing Justice League Part 1 and Part 2. Yeah, I don't know, man. He's not bad. I just get your shit together, man.
I don't know, man. I think Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor just is not right.
He's such a good actor, but that's not the role for him.
I'm sorry. That is a calculating villain. There's no room to be psychotic.
No, he should be a little bit likable, like
Yeah,
respected
you should understand his means for why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah,
Other than he just does it because he just wanted to create chaos.
and Jesse Eisenberg bald also is not.
That is not a good look for him.
No.
They should have put a bald wig on him or a bald cap on him and like, no, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, you can't.
You could have tested that one out before you shaved his head.
You could gain 100 pounds, or you gotta go. One or the other.
If you got around to watching any Daredevil,
No, not yet. I really want to because it sounds like season 2 is really good.
oh, season 2 is great.
Yeah.
That casting, man, Dennis Farina as the Kingpin might be one of the best castings of all time.
Really.
Oh, he is so good.
And that's
He's
that's
only
another
in a-
villain you want to have, like, is this imposing dude.
Well, it's the thing that he sold the best. Did you watch season 1?
No.
Okay. The thing they did the best was he has this grand master plan, and you could see his train of thought, and his train of thought makes sense, which is really cool outside of the means he goes about.
Bless you.
Besides the means he goes about procuring or focusing on his dream.
Yeah.
But he has this. You could see he's slightly unhinged, and when that switch snaps, it is full go boogie in your face.
Wow.
And it is like panel for panel, like the big swing in the trench coat draped over, like he looks massive, like not like the big fat guy. He just looks like
He's
an
thick.
imposing figure, like as good as Michael Clark Duncan was in the Daredevil movie.
Right.
Like he's just not like he's
a force.
He grew up in the Bronx. I mean, or in Hell's Kitchen too. So he's a fighter, and he just, man, when that dude let loose, it is like, wow. Oh,
man,
like it's jaw dropping. And then Jessica Jones was fantastic, and they casted probably the most perfect human being for Luke Cage that I have ever seen.
I've seen stills of that dude. That's Luke Cage. Like, leapt off the page.
Like,
I don't know how they found him. It's like finding another lead singer for AC/DC. Hey, we have another dude that sounds the same. Let's hire him.
same thing with that Brazilian kid they found out front Journey. Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
He sounds the same. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Dimebag in chat asks if I'm getting Final Fantasy 15. 2 thumbs up. Sure as hell am. I'm in
What?
and
Why wouldn't
hoping
you
it's
ask
good.
me that question?
Knobs, you getting Final Fantasy 15?
No.
2 thumbs down. Oh, man.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what else I have to rant about.
That's all
I don't know.
got.
I am super stoked for Civil War. Like, I am so excited.
I have a lot of Marvel movies to catch up on. I think
Where'd you leave off?
we haven't watched the second Captain America, so we are like way behind.
I think that is.
I've heard that's one of the best.
I'm trying, like, and those are so. There's so many movies to rank. Like, everyone bags on Thor: The Dark World. I really enjoyed that movie.
I liked the first Thor, even though everyone kind of, you don't have to see it. I thought it was fine. I like that dude as Thor.
Oh yeah, I really like Thor: The Dark World. I think that was the first one they got his hair right. It actually looked natural.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a horrible wig.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the whole Phase 2. I love everything in Phase 2.
Yeah.
Every one of those movies I thought was good.
What's Phase 2? Those 2 movies? Iron Man 3?
Well, yeah, it's Iron Man 3, which I think is the weakest one, and I've enjoyed it more down the road because I really don't like the whole Pepper Potts thing that they did in that movie.
Yeah, I liked that movie. I've seen that one. We saw that in theater, and I think that one's okay. I don't think it's mishandled some things, but some things are pretty cool, but it's fine.
And they redeemed themselves with that little short with the Mandarin and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. And I mean, I thought Guy Pearce as the villain was just, he's such a good villain. He's got just such a punchable face.
He really does.
I still picture, every time I see him, I picture him running in the Count of Monte Cristo, where his big hair is just going like this as he's running. He just looks so funny.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. I liked that. That movie was
Jim
good.
Caviezel and Guy Pearce. It was a great cast.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy? Is that one?
Guardians of the Galaxy is really
That
good.
movie's great.
Um,
I guess I'm not as behind as I thought.
mhm.
I guess I'm not as behind as I thought.
Yeah, so you got Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man: The Winter Soldier, Ant-Man, and Age of Ultron.
Okay, so I have 4.
I guess there's
Ant-Man,
6.
Age of Ultron, and then the previous 2. So that's not
Yeah.
so bad. 8 hours.
Yeah.
9
That's
hours with
8
Age of
hours.
Ultron.
Well, and I don't think any of them are bad. It's just they hit that high water mark with the Avengers. Like, I cannot believe this happened.
Yeah, this actually works.
and-
Holy crap.
And everything after that just hasn't lived up to what that movie did.
Yeah.
But every one of those movies are just slightly different from each other, but they feel like they're all part of the same thing that's going on.
Yeah.
And the other thing I love about like the Marvel movies is there's always a little bit of element of humor.
Yeah,
And
they're never too
they're-
serious for themselves.
Yeah, they're always just there's a little lightness to all of them.
Yeah. Punch my microphone.
But did you go see Deadpool?
No.
Oof.
I've never really been the biggest fan of Deadpool.
That is every bit the quintessential Deadpool that needed to be. It was Deadpool the video game
Yeah.
on live action.
I'm glad they were able to do Deadpool justice. Even though I've never been the biggest fan of him, I would have hated to have seen like a 2-hour movie where it's just Ryan Reynolds talking to the camera all the time. You know?
They did some great jokes.
Yeah. I'll see it eventually. Is that part of Phase 3?
No,
Oh, really?
that's in the Fox X-Men universe.
Oh, right, that's Fox. I'm sorry.
And
Yeah,
I
boy,
didn't
that
think.
that poor Fox X-Men universe. You want to talk about wasting potential?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I do not like what's her name cast as Psylocke.
Oh, Olivia Munn, is it?
Yeah,
I don't. That
I
just seems like such a strange choice.
I just don't like her.
Yeah,
Not that I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers, but I just I just don't like her at all.
I actually really like who they got for Magneto.
Oh yeah,
What's his face?
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, I think he's great.
Yeah, he does capture that image really good. And I really like uh, James McAvey as a
Oh,
young
Xavier.
Professor X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I like. I don't really care about anybody else that's playing any of those characters, really.
No.
Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, like I could take or leave Hunger Games chick.
She's fine. I feel like
Yeah, she's okay. Like,
Mystique. You have to play Mystique on a long game. She's got some stuff going on in the background the whole time,
mhm.
and then suddenly she's somebody else and messing up your plans. I'm surprised she's a front player.
Yeah, and I think that really took a lot of people out of Days of Future Past that she was so focal.
I didn't even see that. I don't know if I don't know if I want to watch that.
Eh,
I didn't really like First Class, so I figured anything after that.
I
I'm okay.
really enjoyed First Class because I thought that redeemed a whole lot of what X Men got wrong with Last Stand.
Yeah, well, yeah. Last Stand is you can't get much worse than that.
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
Was First Class the shot had the shot of that coin going through Kevin Bacon's head? All
Yes.
right, that part was cool. Oh man, that was
What
a
an awful
shot.
way to die.
Yeah, man. But like that's what you want out of Magneto though. So he's like this cool, calm, absolute killer.
Yeah. But still, he needs to have because he eventually turns into a hero.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
yeah. Jeez.
When the heck is that whatchamacallit movie coming out? The Assassin's Creed movie.
Thought it was late this year. Creed movie. Uh, December 21st. Oh boy. Boy, you were just trying to shit this one up.
What?
Yeah, they're trying to shit this one up by putting it out for Christmas. That's not a Christmas movie.
No. That's not, but where does it line in between all these blockbusters?
When Callum Lynch explores the memories of his ancestor Aguilar and gains the skills of a master assassin, he discovers he is a descendant of the secret assassin society. Who's this director? Justin Kurzel? Known for Macbeth, Snowtown, and The Turning.
You know what? I saw. Have you seen the Ratchet and Clank trailer?
Yeah, I think it looks great.
That movie looks great.
So many people are shitting on that and like shitting on the game that's coming out. That's what Ratchet and Clank is. It's
Yes.
been this kid movie ever since the first one came out. They're just actually making a movie out of it.
And the TMNT movie doesn't look all that horrible either.
No.
Come on, like Rocksteady and Bebop's in it. I'm gonna love it.
And they look really good.
They do. And holy shit, Krang! What the hell is going on?
Yeah. Yeah, that looks okay. It seems like Assassin's Creed might not be part of the game lineage. I wonder if they're retelling the first game's story. It would actually be really cool if they would retell the first game's story. But I wonder if that's, to put it bluntly, I wonder if that's a little too Middle Eastern for today's climate.
Oh yeah. 2017. I had no idea they were remaking Ben-Hur.
Ew, God.
Why?
Just don't. We're fine. So who's in this? Michael Fassbender, Jeremy Irons, Marion Cotillard, Brendan Gleeson. I got a couple good people in there. I don't know. I'd like to see an Assassin's Creed movie succeed. $125 million for budget. Not impossible to beat that.
No, and I'm probably almost 100% gonna go to see a Warcraft movie, just purely academically.
I'm very curious. Every time they release a trailer, I watch it and I go, okay, that doesn't look terrible. How are you gonna mess this up?
By not having that sword be Frostmourne.
Yeah, but they're telling the story before Warcraft 1. This is like the beginning of the Orc-Humans War.
Yeah, but that's gotta be Frostmourne. I'm sorry. That has to be that sword.
The only thing I hope they don't fuck up is they need to not mention that the orcs are aliens. Just keep that on the down low. We don't talk about that anymore. Everybody knows it. Let's just not talk about it.
Yeah, and I don't understand like the fleshy orcs and the green orcs. Like I
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Were you orc racist?
Well, no, stop it. I'm a class racist. I'm classist with orcs.
All right, you ready to kick this thing off?
Oh, as ready as we're gonna be now.
Yeah. All right, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston, and joining me, as always, my companion, Mr. Knobs.
Hey.
I think, we recorded a new episode of Picking Up the Pixels this week, so go ahead and check it out, pickingupthepixels.com. And this is the last week we'll be recording the TVGP Game Club this Thursday, I believe it is. So get a couple more days of FTL in. Go crazy. It's really good. It's cheap.
Try and keep everyone surviving.
Yeah, well, I can't, so hopefully someone is better than I am. Alright, well, let's get right into it, Knobs. What have you been playing?
Alrighty, so we had a regular old TVGP Monday Night Game Night with Battlefield 4, and apparently it revitalized us a little bit. The game is still fun. So we played that 2 or 3 times this week.
Oh, nice.
With crazy multiplayer craziness, so
yeah,
you should come join us for Battlefield 4 because we are a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah.
We get so wound up. I think my last round last night, I think I was like 5-29. I was losing my mind. No, I don't know. It just felt like I was constantly in the crossfire. Like I was like, all right, this looks safe. I'm gonna go this way, and I'm getting shot from both sides. Like, oh my god, I cannot handle this.
Mistakes were made.
Just not gonna cross the street anymore.
Yeah.
Did rip a lot of tags that night though. That was fun.
Nice.
So that led me into today. I started playing the single player again.
Okay.
Because apparently there's some extra guns I can unlock in that.
Oh, nice.
But man, that game is a spectacle.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
That's something Battlefield has always done really well.
Yeah, that single player mode is just it's a summer action movie.
Yep.
And it's great.
Buildings falling down. Dudes
cutting off people's legs.
Yeah.
And opening to Totally Close from the Heart is still one of the...
I forgot about that.
Oh, but that's good. That's really good. So I'm just going through, playing through that, and just methodically headshotting everybody. Just mark, pop, 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 pop. Melon's gone. Move forward. That is kind of how I am tackling that. Played some more pre-sequel with Ian, and we're strictly just grinding for loot right now. We
just on that loot train.
Have no idea why we're doing this, but it is turned into, not turned into, but has been the shooter of the Diablo shooter, because that's all I do.
Don't know why I'm doing it, but it feels good.
Yeah, because the shooting in that game is just so much fun, and those guns are just bananas, and just like I think one of my most powerful weapons is a blue shotgun that I played with the grinder and got it's 13,007 damage times 13 and explosive.
Of course.
It's just dumb. Like we just did an Ultimate Vault Hunter run against Shadow Trap, and it took us a while, but we were never really in any risk of failing where we both died and you had to start over. But it was you knew we were in a fight because I think from first form to last form, I think we were probably in that area for probably an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Wow.
Getting through the whole back end to Shadow Trap. But I got a legendary laser rocket launcher.
Oh.
I didn't even know that was a thing in this game.
What?
So picture an instant shot rocket launcher. Like no leading anything. It is regular general enemies. It's a one shot.
Jeez.
It is awesome. So now I can grind out all those badass achievements or badass tokens with the rocket launcher now because I have a rocket launcher I like to use.
Yeah.
And it hits like a sledgehammer. I think it's like 250,000 like instant damage, and if I'm rolling any stacks, that thing is going to be 1,000,000 by the time I'm done.
Yeah.
So pounding our way through that, we got a whole bunch of glitch weapons and legendaries. Like we are outfitted to the nines.
Yeah.
Like it is ridiculous the equipment that we have amassed in this game. So we're still doing it. I don't know why we're still doing it. We're still doing it. Then the week of 2010 started.
Okay.
So I bought Gears of War, the Ultimate Edition. So now I can start playing that again. I picked up, I downloaded Dead Space, Borderlands, and The Wolf Among Us. And guess what's now backwards compatible?
Oh,
Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, it's so good.
So I am reliving. Oh, and I played Peggle this week. So I'm literally reliving 2008 to 2010.
Oh, man.
So the glory days of the 360 are back, my friend.
And better than ever.
So I am really hoping that I'm allowed to stream backwards compatible games.
Yeah.
Because I will start streaming Monday Night Game Night when we start playing Left 4 Dead 2, and that's going to happen, folks.
Yeah.
I played through Dead Center. I love this game again. Oh my gosh. The game that brought me into the fold on console shooters has brought me back.
Yeah.
So that and but it's real weird to download your DLC. You literally have to go into your Game Hub on the Xbox One to queue up all your downloadable content packs.
Yeah. That's a little weird, but it's probably the only way they could do that.
But in a way, it's a lot easier than screwing around with the store.
Yeah, true. Plus, you can just go in and be like, oh, I just want Left 4 Dead 2, and you can just click download all and just scoop up all that stuff at once.
Yeah, so that's down. And I had to play No Mercy. I had to play No Mercy again, the OG of Monday Night Game Night.
Oh, man.
And, man, I forgot how much different that is with the additional special infected.
Yeah.
I died at the elevator heading towards the roof twice.
Jeez.
A spitter dropped a pellet in there, and there's no way to get around all the common flooding in. And you're like, well, this sucks. Squad wiped twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game is just something else.
It's still good.
It's still good. It still plays great.
Yeah.
So I played that for a few times. I did not get a chance to install Gears of War Ultimate yet. I unwrapped it, so I have it. It's here. Bought a copy for Donnie because I know he needed one.
Yeah. You got a buddy to go through it with.
So now we're going to be rolling through Gears probably in the next couple weeks again.
Yeah.
Because, again, we're the year of 2008 to 2010.
Well, the interesting thing I'm interested to hear what you and Donnie think about Gears of War Ultimate, because a lot of the coverage and a lot of the reviews that came out were just sort of like, yeah, it's Gears of War 1 again. I was like, cool. Is it better? Like, there was a lot of complaints about image quality that I think have now been fixed, but a lot of it was sort of like, well, it's just Gears again. It's like, yeah, but is it still good? Like,
It's $10. I mean,
well, I mean, for $10, yeah, why not? Can we
$10
relive that
like the old.
that drop in, drop out co-op multiplayer again? You know, or that
I don't.
co-op gaming?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that formula at all.
No.
Because essentially what I'm doing in Borderlands is drop in, drop out co-op.
That's true.
But yeah, it's still outstanding. I'm really looking forward to getting to that. Downloaded The Wolf Among Us, Dead Space, and this week we got into a few peg parties. And again, I've never seen a simple game cause so many screaming matches between friends.
Cause people to just be the worst to each other.
Oh, we are horrible.
Yeah.
We do nothing but yell at each other the whole time.
Yeah.
Or screaming about missing shots. Like, there are games where I have missed every peg. Like it would be impossible for me to try and replicate the shot that I just missed everything on.
Yeah.
I did it more than once too.
He...
More than once. But still, it's still fun when you're talking Yang to your buddies and like, oh man, I feel flu coming on. I'm about to get sick. I feel fever. I can't help it.
There's a magical unicorn dancing while you're talking crap.
The string of stuff that we've whittled together over the years playing Peggle. It's just, oh man, it's great. But Left 4 Dead 2, dude,
it's still so good.
Dude, I can't wait to go. Like, I'm literally gonna replay through the whole game again. Like, yeah. I just played 1-1 on both of those, and I can't wait to just run through the chain of movies again.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And just see what I remember and how the stuff happens.
Yeah. So good.
That was total Tiger Woods bird right there.
Yeah. Chirp, chirp.
It's almost like a soundboard. But yeah, like here I am. I'm replaying all this stuff that I owned already.
Yeah. Xbox One backwards compatibility works with discs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you just pop your disc in and it installs the game.
Pop my L4D2 disc in right in there.
And you're good to go.
Yeah.
And you're good to go. Now I just got to keep an eye on what else I can play from there. So I'm just kind of randomly popping in discs. Oh, I want to play this. Oh, no.
Not yet.
Oh, man. But that's pretty much what I did this week.
This past week I finished Tales of Zestiria, and I'm starting. The thing I like about Tales games is you can, it really encourages you to take all of the. So every time you finish a battle, they give you what they call grade. It's basically a score, based on how well you did on that fight. Stuff like, did you use items? Did you kill multiple enemies with one attack? How fast did you finish the fight? Stuff like that. The neat thing is, once you finish the game, it adds all of that grade up. And when you go pick New Game Plus, you get the grade shop. So you can say, all right, I have this many points. I want to double the amount of items that are dropped. I want to have triple the amount of health. I want to hit twice as hard. I want to move twice as fast. So you can kind of play through again and be this super powered version of your party. So that's what I'm going through now and doing and trying to scoop up the rest of the trophies. But that game ended how it started, basically. It was good. I talked about it on Pup yesterday, and it's not the best Tales game I've ever played, and it's certainly not the worst. It's that kind of middle ground Tales game that's just, it's good. I spent about 55 hours in my first playthrough. It's good enough for me to go through again to get trophies, and it's fine.
It's serviceable.
Yeah, and I was really looking for a JRPG that was just really that traditional experience, and Tales is one of your more traditional JRPGs at this point, even though it's kind of like a third-person beat 'em up game. But it was good. It met my JRPG desires, as it is, and it was pretty good. So I said before, it's probably not the game I would recommend somebody start with for Tales. I'd say get the 3DS Tales from the Abyss, or get Tales of Vesperia on 360. Those are probably my top two Tales games. But Sisteria is good, but it sort of assumes, like I said before, it sort of assumes you've played Tales games before, so probably not your good first Tales game to pick up. I checked out a game this week. I do a series on my YouTube channel, bostonhand.com, where I call it Boston Checks Out, where I just check out random games from my Steam backlog. This week I checked out a game called A Walk in the Dark. It's this really cool, it kind of combines that gravity platformer V from a couple years ago, plus like the fast levels of something like Super Meat Boy, plus the graphical style of Limbo. It's only $6. It's not a super long experience, but you get to play as either a cat who is doing your standard platforming, where you're jumping, you're floating over pits, you're dashing and sliding under stuff, or you get to play as this girl who's doing the gravity switching stuff. I put up a 15-minute video. It's pretty interesting. It doesn't seem like the game is going to be super long, but I think it's like $6. So for $6, you can play a pretty cool platformer that controls really nicely and feels really good. So go check out whatever, A Walk in the Dark. It's pretty cool. It's it's for $6. It's a cool game. I finished Soda Dungeon. I finished Dimension 10, and now I'm onto the Warriors realm, Warriors Dimension, something like that. So basically what they do is, after you finish Dimension 10 and you get to floor 1000 and you finish it, the game does not put any limits on you at that point. You can basically go as far up in the tower as you want. Binary Viking in the community is on like floor 12,031 at this point. Like, it gets a little crazy. I think I'm done with that game at this point. I think I really liked it, and I really think it's a cool experience, and it seems like they have a ton of features and like new classes and new stuff that they're adding in future patches. But the idea of non-stop continuing to climb that dungeon doesn't really make me super excited after I feel like I've kind of finished it. I like that they give this unlimited sort of thing, but I don't know if that's something that I'll continue to play. And last but not least, Miitomo came out, Nintendo's smartphone thing. I don't know what's going on, really. You answer questions that basically you make a me. For some reason, it found my me from the Wii and the Wii U, and then it was like, "Cool, looks good. Create a new one." And I was like, "Wait, no, I can't just. That's me." And they're like, "Yeah."
This one.
They're like, "Yeah, we know. Just make a new one." It's like, okay. So I actually took a picture of myself with my phone's camera, and actually turned me into a pretty good-looking me. So that was interesting. I sort of don't know what I'm supposed to do. It seems like they have kind of made a social network out of it, where you answer questions about yourself to your me, and then it tells people on your friends list, and they can comment on those things and like them. And that seems to be it. So maybe I'm missing something, but I'm not entirely sure. It seems pretty cool, but like the funny part is, NY Badger from the community and I are trying to add each other as friends, and we can't yet. But because we can't find each other on Twitter, and then the Miitomo has this thing where you can make a QR code of your me. If you scan that into somebody else's Miitomo, it just gives them a copy of your me. It doesn't actually friend you. So it makes it virtually useless. But it looks like Knob says Frozen here, or Skype continues to hate us. But that's all the games I've been playing, so let's take a break.
What? No, just standing still.
I don't know what happened to your bandwidth, but it has suddenly crapped out.
Really?
Yeah. You're starting to sound better. Oh, you have a picture that moves.
Okay. I thought I wasn't doing anything.
Am I doing anything? I don't think so.
I literally have like nothing running on here.
Let's look.
Check here. Yeah, that stream feed looks like garbage.
Yeah, let's give it a minute here to see if we can fix this. Oh, so I forgot to tell you, I finally got my Xbox One up here and hooked up to my capture setup. And with the latest dashboard update, you can now put chat audio out through your headset and your speakers. So I think we can finally do our play date.
Oh, okay.
And then potentially, if my schedule allows and people are fine with it, I can capture like Left 4 Dead 2 stuff if I jump in and things like that. So maybe sometime this week if we can.
The amount of noise that's gonna be.
I know. We'll start off with play date. Maybe sometime this week, if you have some free time, we'll do a test.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a heads up and I'll make it happen.
Okay.
Oh, man, I am so uncomfortable.
Just one of those where like you can't sit in the right position.
Yeah, like it's like right in the middle. It's like my right side, my right trap, just from the middle of my back down to about the small of my back. Just
yipes.
Just extreme close up.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut out this first news story here. We talked a lot about that on PUP, and I don't think we have anything to add to it on TVGP. Plus, I sort of want to get to tweets and emails.
We got a lot?
We have some good emails this week, yeah. I mean, we always have good emails. Wink. Alright, it looks like your video's better, or your audio's better at least, so I am ready whenever you are.
Just gotta find it now.
Oh, that second game, by the way, is written weird, but it's Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of figured.
I'm so excited for that game. That's my next YouTube series. Oh,
God. God, what are you guys doing?
Oh, just being dogs? What are you doing?
What's up, Sams?
No, nothing.
Hey, buddy. Oh. Get those questions out of your eye. Here you go. Who's a good boy? Yeah.
That's me. I'm the good boy.
Hi. Oh, I love that dog. Hi, Boomer.
You're my second favorite.
This is why. You always got to be in my chops. What's going on, bud? Hey, buddy. The unicorn say hi too?
I'm so excited.
Hi.
There's a revolving door of dog snouts.
You lay down because you're a good dog. Yeah. Yes, you are. You're a good dog.
That's me, I am.
Oh. So special. Oh, and here comes the jealous one. Right in the lap.
Love me too. Oh, I'm a good dog. Oh. Yes.
Stop it.
Just clean your glasses for you.
Shit.
Let me get all the way up in there.
I,
Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Thank you.
he just needs to be here.
Yep.
So make sure my heart's beating, buddy.
You're good. Dr. Dog says you're fine.
All right.
See you later.
See, I gotta go. I gotta go, pig. I'll see you later. Oh my god, I clean my glasses now. Well, they're still wet. Alright. You and you and you!
Gotta go, pig. See you later. Forgot about that.
Alright. Alright. Shoot. What am I doing? Why am I... Alright,
Lock it down.
Alright, ready?
Ready.
Alright, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for April 4th, 2016. Dirt Rally for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
This came out on PC Early Access a while ago. Apparently it's really good.
Is this Codemasters?
Yes. And I think it's only a rally game, and it seems like they've removed all that extra stuff from Dirt 3, and they just made a rally game. Like a pretty serious, no Mountain Dew dirt rally game.
Brought to you by Red Bull this time?
Yeah, exactly. Your car has wings.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like I haven't gotten into a racing game in a really long time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot a game I played this week. It was RBI Baseball 16.
Oh. Let's talk about that then.
Yeah, I am awful at RBI Baseball.
Oh, yeah?
I honestly don't think I played a baseball game since 2K1 on the Dreamcast. Was the last baseball game I played.
Back in the 2Ks.
And man, yeah, back in the early aughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I fired up. Of course, I'm gonna pick the Indians.
Sure.
And whatever the default offense or opposing team was, the Mets. And I'm sorry, I should not be losing the Mets 9-0 going into the fourth inning. And I'm out.
Even with the Indians, you should probably be putting up more of a fight than that.
Yeah, man, I'm really good at foul tipping balls.
Yeah.
Just can't get anything in play. And they're going yard on me left and right. I'm like, this is wrong. So, I might give that one another shot because I think it'd be fun to have a game like that. We could have a league in, and RBI Baseball is notorious for having very good lead tracking.
Yeah.
And constantly updating the rosters. That's the funny thing with that game is, like, do you want to download the roster update? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course.
And the roster update was out on the game before it was announced in real life.
Oh, wow.
Like, I knew the starting rotation before it even happened. Like, that was crazy.
Scooping the exclusives.
Yeah. So,
also, if you're looking for a good racing game, you should pick up Forza Horizon 2. It has a little bit more of that talky stuff that maybe you don't necessarily want, but the racing is solid. It's probably
Yeah,
cheap now too.
I just don't know what type of racing game I really want right now.
Oh yeah,
Because like I would love a split second S game,
just a full-on arcadey racer.
just full on something bananas that could be a lot of fun to play. And then how much like racing games are weird with me. Like
Yeah,
every once in a while one will just click and it'll be like the only thing I will play. Like I'm obsessed with it, like I did with Dirt 2
yep,
and Grid, um, and the last Project Gotham.
yep.
But like for some reason, like I haven't had that itch to
Hmm.
really race, and I think probably because playing it on a 100 screen, I might get sick.
Yeah, that's true.
I have not played a racing game on that thing.
That sounds like a scary proposition.
Well, not the new. Well, I mean the new one because it's so bright. Oh, so bright.
Getting a tan.
All right. Anyway, back to releases. Enter the Gungeon for Windows, OS X, Linux, and the PlayStation 4.
I'm so excited for this game. It's a randomly
Is this a
generated.
shmup?
No, it's actually a randomly generated dungeon crawler. It has the same randomness that I like out of Binding of Isaac, but instead of picking up random items and that's where your randomness is, you're picking up guns. And this gun might be a flamethrower, but this gun might shoot bouncing lasers, but this one might shoot cold shots that chain between lightning between enemies.
That sounds like Borderlands.
Basically, it's like a
It's
2D
dungeon.
sprite-based dungeon crawling Borderlands.
That sounds all kinds of awesome.
It seems like it's gonna be really good.
And Quantum Break for the Windows and the Xbox One.
I looked it up on the Google. I still don't know what to think about this game.
I don't know, but I think I'm going to buy it.
I liked Alan Wake a lot, and there have been a lot of divisive reviews over this, but I like the idea of you play this shooter, and then you make a choice, and then you see a 25-minute TV show, and then you continue to play shooter, you make a choice, 25-minute TV show, etc., etc. And the TV show episode that you're getting changes depending on which choices you've made previously in the game.
I
It
don't know.
sounds interesting.
I think I need something to mix it up,
Yeah.
you know? And this might be it. Something new to talk about other than Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Again, the year of 2010.
Yeah, exactly.
Skullgirls second encore for the PlayStation Vita.
I feel like if we were still living very close to each other, I feel like we would have gotten knee deep
Way
into
into this game.
Skullgirls.
Oh yeah.
It seems way up our alleys, but maybe not in a way that remote versus would have really worked.
Yeah, and that's always kind of been the problem with online play, especially with that's a fighting game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that checks a lot of our boxes.
Very reminiscent of Arc System Works stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to news stories. Hey guys, in case you didn't hear, April Fool's Day was this last week.
Oh, great.
Is there anything you saw gaming-wise that really...
I honestly checked out of the internet on April 1st. I did not care.
Man, yeah, this year was particularly kind of lame for anything really good. There's a bunch of stuff where it's like, oh, our studio is closing down. There was one actually really good tweet from the lead guy from No Man's Sky, sorry, who just wrote this one tweet on April 1st that said, "Oh man, a really good day of working. Just checked in all my code commits. Really happy to see microtransactions are working." Just like,
Way to be a troll.
it's like that's
great.
a really good one because they didn't put out this trailer. He just did this real simple thing. There was a Dark Souls 3 VHS trailer that was pretty
I
good.
did see that one, yeah.
Yeah, I liked that one. Not a lot of really great other ones. There was a Portal one, which is really dumb. Razer came out with a toaster that was also really dumb. The only non-gaming one that I really found entertaining. Did you see the one that Hamburger Helper came out with?
No.
So they came out with a full-on rap mixtape, like 5 tracks, Hamburger Helper themed. It's amazing. It is genuinely really good music. They have it on their SoundCloud channel, which is an outstanding thing in and of itself to come out of my mouth. But I was listening to it yesterday, and I will listen to it again today after I'm done with this show. It's really good.
I'll have to dig that one up. Yeah, I just didn't feel like participating in any of the shenanigans. Like, I just had way too much going on at work, and just like I buckle down and get some stuff done.
And a lot of the ones in the gaming, are not usually that great. You know, they're usually, oh, we're done, or look at these joke patch notes, or something. Look at this brand new unit we're coming out.
Hey, look at the trailer for the live action Link movie. Ho ho.
Yeah, like that's not really great. So, our last news story this week is Microsoft talking about the 2010s. Microsoft finally making good on their 2013 promise about Xbox Ones turning into dev kits to make games. You can do that now in a there's something they're doing on Windows 10 that will extend this functionality, but apparently right now you can turn your retail Xbox One into a release preview dev kit. The only thing that's really stopping it from being super great right now is the Xbox One has 8 gigs of RAM. In this preview, you can only use 448 megs of it.
What?
It's because the
Are they trying to disencourage people to do this?
Well, I think it's weird because I appreciate them trying to get this out early and like try and get people started with it, and most notably get people signed up with the ID at Xbox plan so you can turn into like a full-fledged developer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the path they really want people to go down. And it's cool, but it might have been a little bit early. Just a smidge. The only thing I can think of is this might be really helpful for people that are looking to make apps on the Windows 10 and Xbox One stores now that they're going to start sharing the same libraries and whatnot. But if you're looking at making a game, I think you're probably already an ID at Xbox member, partner. I don't know exactly what it is to call it, but that seems a little thin. So
I wonder what weird dumb apps are gonna get created now.
Yeah.
Here's your game release tracker.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Here's your wish list tracker. Order Uber from your console.
Make sure your spelling's right.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to tweets. Adderblack39 writes in and says, "Hi guys." Hi there.
Hi.
"If you could demand your money refunded for any digital purchase, what would it be? DLC, season passes, full games, etc."
Ooh.
We were talking about Mad Moxie.
Oh, yes.
I think that one would be like, I just uninstall it, give me that money back.
You know, but the problem was you didn't know how bad it was, so you were way into it.
Yeah. You were a couple hours into that thing, and you're like, wait, this is still the same thing.
This went all kinds of wrong.
Yeah. Most of the rest of the DLC for the Borderlands games have been good. Just that one, like, very first black mark.
Oh, that was a black eye.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What else? I'm trying to think if there's been any, like, really stinker DLCs that have come out. I bought a lot of DLC for 360. I'm sure there's been something where I just played it and I was like, this is bad.
Man, digitally...
Assassin's Creed 2 DLC wasn't super great. It was fine, but kind of more of the same.
That is a great question.
Yeah. Season passes, I feel like half of the season passes I've bought, I haven't played anything from that pass.
I mean, Battlefield 4 season pass actually kind of worked out well.
Borderlands 2 season pass had a bajillion DLC packs in it. That worked out pretty nicely.
Oh, but no, I mean the thing with especially like downloadable games, well, at least in the previous console, you had a chance to demo them first,
Yeah,
and then decide, yep, I'm in,
yeah,
or nope, before you spend any money. I don't know, Sanctum of Slime. I want my
yeah,
money back for that. That was disappointing, and I was well on the Ghostbusters train right there.
yeah. I feel like there's probably a lot of. If we would go back through our 360 digital purchases, especially for Xbox Live Arcade games, I bet we would see a bunch of games in there like, oh yeah, that was no good.
Yeah,
You could
and
demo a lot of that, but
Steam is just bundle stuff that's all. I mean, you're literally like pennies on the dollar
you buy the
on
id pack
what
and
you're
you
buying in
also
pack.
get Commander Keen.
Yeah,
And it's like,
like I'm gonna
well,
be mad. I have Commander Keen and Spear of Destiny. No, but
yeah, but do I want to play Commander Keen again? Not really.
really,
I don't know if there's
but
anything. My high water mark, maybe low water mark, is really still. Oh,
wait,
go ahead.
the DLC characters for Street Fighter because you had
Oh,
already bought them.
yeah, boy, that really set off a poop storm about. Oh, I'm buying these characters,
That's
108K. Wait a minute,
yeah.
I don't like that.
That I understand, like the dumb microtransactions with buying costumes and stuff like that. Yeah, you got
Yeah,
me
I play
there.
DOA. Like I, I know
Like,
all about
like
costumes.
I understand that and these dumb costume packs, but that in the skin packs. Oh man, Ace Combat was horrible with them.
Yeah,
Ace Combat 6, what their store is what 300 items deep,
at least, yeah.
like, and you cannot sift through or sort.
It's bad as DOA 5's online store.
Yes,
I think
but
the
yeah,
thing that was so funny about Street Fighter 4 is the thing that, like, even DOA has figured out at this point, where it's like, all right, people are going to be pissed if they're going to buy things that are already on the disc, but you have to figure out some way where everybody downloads the character so you can play against them online. We're just going to put out content packs. They're
yeah,
free, they're big, download it. Everybody
yeah,
gets it so you can play online.
yeah. Instead of having that online unlock thing, oh, pin packs. As
Oh,
much as
pin
I
packs.
loved getting pin packs, I bought so many of those things.
Yeah, I
Oh,
would
could
like
you?
my money
Oh, I
back.
hope that game's backwards compatible. I'm gonna go put that in
Oh, yeah,
because
I
if we could
wonder.
get TVGP Springs going again,
I can guarantee it's not, but that would be pretty cool.
that would be awesome.
Yeah. All right, that was a good question. Thank you very much, Adderblack. Moving on to emails, Ghost Underground writes, says, first off, I want to say their podcast helps my midnight job run a bit more smoothly. Thank you very much for listening. Secondly, I recently played through Assassin's Creed Rogue to get through the story only. I usually try to collect everything and do all the side missions, but it really felt too samey. There wasn't a lot there to keep me invested gameplay-wise, but the story was enjoyable. But the switch to Syndicate, I skipped Unity, made all the difference in the world. Everything is so much more fluid and fun again. My point with this is to ask if there are any games that you've both played that improve so vastly between iterations. Love the show, and as always, keep up the great work. I mean, you always have to say Zone of the Enders 1 to 2, right?
Yes.
I mean,
So Enders 1 is nigh unplayable.
yeah, and 2 is so buttery smooth.
Yes.
I would almost say, in that same vein, Assassin's Creed 1 to 2, where Assassin's Creed 1 was fine and very much of its time, and then you play 2 and you're like, oh, a much better story, much better gameplay, it moves way smoother, a lot more interesting stuff happening. You have Kristen Bell in it, like everything's better.
Ooh. I don't know, like I love Crackdown, but Crackdown 2 was such an improvement with the squirrel suit and the jet boots.
Yeah.
I mean, even though the jet boots were DLC, that vastly improved that game.
Yeah, speaking of good DLC.
But yeah, I was not upset with that, with what they improved on in that game.
I would actually say something that maybe we haven't talked about in a while is maybe Guilty Gear X to X2, Zex to Zex2. That I think for us was sort of like, this game is good, and then when X2 came out, we are like, all right, everything finally clicked. It's all here.
Yeah, and we didn't play Guilty Gear enough to realize there may have been Guilty Gear mode in that game
Yeah.
where it completely picked up. Oh, that's a good one, Dimebag. Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2
Oh yeah.
vastly improved that universe, but I think pre-sequel's a bigger step than Borderlands 2 is because your character that you're playing is more involved in that game,
Yeah.
which makes you far more attached to it.
Going back old school, I'd say a really easy choice is Sonic 1 to Sonic 2. Sonic
Yeah.
1 is a great game, but it's more of a puzzle game than Sonic 2 was. Sonic 2 was just eye-bleeding, let's move, let's go.
Yeah, I feel so bad. I played that. What was that last week? Yeah, and it was so chuggy. Oh, I
Yeah,
hated that.
what a shame to make Sonic 2 chunky. Like, that's just,
That game just chugged and chugged, and that game just so about speed.
yeah, that stinks.
Because I was so excited hearing that last level of that. Dun, 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 dun.
Man, what a great soundtrack. Holy crap.
Um, Man, another great improvement was Eternal Champions and Eternal Champions Challenge of the Dark Side
Yeah.
was ridiculously improved. Animations improved. The sheer amount of content they added to that game was absurd.
On that same vein, what about Mortal Kombat 1 and 2? And Mortal Kombat 1 was a revolutionary game, and 2 came out, and you're like, oh, holy crap.
I think one's better. I
Really?
like the look of one better than two.
Yeah,
I think one actually looked like people in suits. Like I really liked that look to it. And in two, they felt a little more cartoony.
that's true.
And I
Yeah. Um, that's probably the best things I can think off the top of my head. Yeah. Somebody out there is probably going to be like, oh, Madden 96 was way better than Madden 95. I have no idea.
no, and I think going back to when I was playing sports games a lot, I think EA did a great job of keeping NHL consistent until they hit 95.
Uh-huh.
Like NHL PA 93 and NHL 94, I still think are those best two in that entire genre of games.
Yeah.
And then 95, they got a little, the character models got a little squirrely on you. And then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
Dimebag in chat has another good, actually, two other good ones. Darkness 1 and 2. Those
Yeah.
are good choices. And then Darksiders 1 and 2. I almost consider Darksiders 1 and 2 in different genres. Because
Yeah.
Darksiders 1 is a Zelda game. Darksiders 2 is this, like, third-person, almost Metroidvania loot
Yeah.
game. They're both really good, but yeah. I don't know. Good question. Next email here from Jive 495. He says, I was wondering if you guys had any mundane superpowers. For instance, whenever I put the cap back on a bottle of salad dressing or barbecue sauce, I almost always manage to line the label back up. I don't ever try to do this, it just seems to happen. I was joking with my wife, this is my superpower. Love to hear yours and maybe some from the community. Thanks for the show. Jive out.
That is a good one.
That is good.
I
don't have that
I am
strength.
really good at ripping off security strips, like the bone. Like on,
Yeah. You pull it off in one.
I can get that off in one shot almost every time.
Man, what is my mundane superpower? I don't even know. That's a really good question. I'm mundane enough to not have a mundane superpower.
Well, I had to have the patience of Binding of Isaac for the last 8 years.
Yeah, I do have all of that.
It's
All of
the
those
impress-
items and their synergies stuck in my gourd.
I don't know. I'm really good at hitting a baseball and catching stuff.
Yeah. I'm the opposite. I'm bad
I'm,
at
I'm
catching
good.
stuff.
I'm good at hitting stuff with sticks.
I'm good at catching stuff with my face. That's about it. Maybe that's my superpower. All right, let's move on to the next email here from Chris L. Back when this is a bit of a longer one, but I liked this. Back when TVGP first played Borderlands, a pre-sequel, wasn't impressed by it. I was shaking my head in disbelief. The game had laser weapons, a cool new setting, and a crazy Australian vibe running through it. What's not to love? Fast forward in time, and thanks to the weekly worship of the Handsome Collection by Mr. Knobs, I've picked it up and I'm currently co-oping my way through Blands 2. It's amazing, looks better than ever, and runs buttery smooth. I'm playing as Gage, and she's so cool, so thank you, Mr. Noblock. In other news, I thought I'd share my experience as a Gear VR user. I own a Samsung phone anyway and thought I'd give VR a shot. The headset and a decent Bluetooth controller set me back about 120 pounds, which translates to around $180. And I like it. There's plenty of apps and games to choose from in the store, the highlight being a Mario Kart clone called Virtual Karts. Power sliding around corners and firing weapons using head tracking is good fun. I do get the impression that Samsung is still looking for its killer app, though. Luckily, a talented developer has ported Quake to the Gear VR unofficially. I have to tell you guys, it's amazing. In a strange mishmash of new and retro. I can storm around levels shooting pixelated monsters who look like I can reach out and touch them. Bottom line, if you have a compatible phone, I would pick this up. It may not be the bleeding edge of VR, but it's cheap, cheerful, and certainly functional. Thanks for doing what you do. Keep it up. I think that's what we've been coming around to for the last couple of weeks. We're saying, a couple weeks ago we went through like the 4 tiers of VR, and at the quote-unquote bottom tier price-wise, is the Gear VR, and if you have a Samsung phone already or one of the phones that supports it, he's saying the headset and a controller got him in for $180. That's not a lot of money.
No.
Especially if you want to get into VR. So it sounds like a great entry point.
Yeah, I just
give me the Gear AR.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Yeah, get that camera. You have a great camera on that phone. Just have it peek out.
Yeah, you just have to have 2 cameras.
Yeah, I think they could fake stereopic.
Oh, probably. Phones are pretty powerful nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next email here from Kevin from Cincinnati. I just noticed that PlayStation 3s are becoming more difficult to find. The PS2 was just discontinued in 2013, but seems like the PS3 is quietly being phased out. Even online at places like Amazon, they're very expensive, and Amazon themselves isn't selling them. If this is true, then it's such a shame, because there are a ton of great games on PS3, and a lot of people have not decided to move on yet. I have all next-gen consoles, and I still play a PS3 and 360, because to be honest, there isn't much out there for me personally. Now, I'm hoping my PS3 doesn't die, because I could potentially be price gouged for a new one. Now, on the other hand, you can find new 360s everywhere. What do you guys think? I love your show, and please keep producing it. I hope PS3s aren't hard to find, because I have a launch 60 gig. That thing is still somehow alive. It's still somehow alive. And I don't want that thing to die, because I can't afford to buy another one. And PS4s aren't backwards compatible, so whoops.
That thing's still running?
It is. It's a champ.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have my slim model, so
this is my second PS3, and it died the day after I bought it. I brought it back to Best Buy, they gave me a new one, and that thing's been trucking. It's a survivor.
Put a gold star on it.
Yeah, that'll probably make it overheat.
Yeah. He added weight to the adhesive.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, if the PS3 is getting phased out, that would be a real bummer. That's still a good console. You can get one for cheap. There's still a lot of games on it. I just have to imagine the number of PS3s being sold right now is pretty low.
Yeah.
The number of 360s is probably higher than that, I would assume, just on the strength of its marketplace. But
and its catalog too.
Yeah. But PS3, I mean, PSN was never great on that thing. The catalog was never super huge. The exclusives are good, but it's not the thing you're going to buy it for at this point. You're probably able to play half that stuff on PlayStation Now anyway. So, quietly send that thing off to the graveyard.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like I just saw, I don't know, maybe that was an April Fool's joke that said the PS2 is finally dead. But
yeah, oh no, it wasn't, because Square Enix just killed the servers for Final Fantasy XI on PS2.
Oh.
So now if you're still playing Final Fantasy XI, you have to move over to the PC version. So I think that's the actual final last PlayStation 2 online game that's being supported in 2016.
Yeah, who would have saw that one coming?
Who would think that people would still be actively playing an online PS2 game in 2016? That's crazy. Hopping over to the PS4, blowing their minds.
Oh wow, this is what happened.
Well,
It's like getting out of prison. Like,
I don't have any of those pillars coming at me anymore. All right, last email here from Jimbo. 2 questions for you this week. First, have you ever been frustrated or disappointed when somebody didn't enjoy a game as much as you? I recently bought a retail copy of Life is Strange for my coworker. He went through it in a weekend, and his response upon completion was, "Yeah, it was okay." My response was, "Dude, the first chapter was okay, but what about when spoiler happened?" So his response was, "Yeah, it was okay." I love this game so much I bought it for someone else to enjoy and was a little let down after his verdict. Guess I should have bought a Military Shooter 37 or whatever the latest new hotness is. Anything like this happen to you guys?
All the time.
You and Donnie are like, "Donnie, you should play this game, it's great." And he goes, "Yeah."
Yeah, like, well, no, I played pre-sequel with him the other day, or like 2 weeks ago, and it made him sick. So I know he's never going to play this game ever again.
Bummer. Didn't he do that with Saints Row 4?
He did.
That monster.
He's like, I don't know what's going on. This is dumb. Like, dude, just buckle up, man. Enjoy the ride.
Jeez. When has this happened? I don't know. I feel like I'm usually on the other side of this fence where everybody else loves this game, and I'm sort of like, yeah, I think it's fine. I get people yelling at me like, "How dare this game is brilliant!" Red Dead Redemption. I don't know. What's the last game that I've really loved that people have been really cold on? Any RPG I'm playing, maybe? Because nobody plays RPGs anymore. Bravely Default, maybe? Where I was like, this game actually isn't that bad. And everyone's like, "It killed my puppy."
I don't know, man. I feel that way about it. But we like a lot of weird stuff, though.
Yeah, I feel like we're like...
it's like understandably, like, I get why people don't like this game, but I love it.
Like us fighting for Katamari in its early days on the PS2.
Yes.
We're like, this game is great and it's weird. And everyone's like, this game sucks and it's weird. And it's like, no, it's the opposite. But it's actually still weird.
Yes, we know it's weird, but it is so much fun.
Yeah. Look at those dancing
Man,
pandas.
I would love to play another Katamari game.
Yeah.
I'm going to fire my PlayStation 2 tonight.
I would just like that original one to be backwards compatible on PS4. I'd probably buy that again.
Oh, I would totally buy that again.
$15 to play Katamari, the first Katamari game whenever you want. Sold.
Ooh, I wonder if Beautiful Katamari is backwards compatible now.
Oh, interesting. That'd be fun. That was a
That
good
would be
game.
awesome. That was a great game.
Yeah.
I love Katamari. Yeah, that one. What was it? You know, trying to like explain. Cause I bought Borderlands for a lot of people. The same thing with Saints Row 3. Like, if you didn't like, still to this day, I don't understand how people can't love that game. That game is
so weird,
crazy.
Yeah,
it's like everything you love about video games.
Oh, here's one. Let's go back to the well. TVGP's favorite hidden gem. For the longest time, it was Us Against the World about
Alpha Protocol?
Alpha Protocol, thank you. Where we're like, no, guys, this is actually really good. Obsidian's a great company. And everyone's like, and it took a number of years for people to be like, all right, it's not great, but it's actually really good.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. So I was listening to it on Giant Bomb. Man, that was a long time ago, and I used to listen to that.
Yeah.
And Gerstmann brought out, he's like, yeah, this game does a lot of weird stuff, but the dialogue's really fun. I'm like, oh, all right, I'll check that out, because like that arrived, and I think it was an Altered Beast. Yeah, it was that crappy Altered Beast game that came out. That wasn't Altered Beast.
The 360 one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had that from GameFly, and that and Alpha Protocol. I flipped a coin, and Alpha Protocol won. I popped it in and fell in love with this game.
Yeah. I feel like that's been one of them where we've been like, no, just try it and stick with it, and it's really good. And some people do, and some people get an hour in and they're like, no, this is garbage. And it's like, yes, but you have to keep going. It gets less garbage.
I think it depends on the point in the game where you run into Stephen Heck, because I think that's when that game just blows itself open.
Yeah.
You're like, yes.
He finishes up his email saying, and also after all the Final Fantasy 15 info that came out this week, what are your thoughts? Aside from South Park Stick of Truth, I haven't played many turn-based games, never played a Final Fantasy, but this new hack-and-slash combat system has me ready to make my first Final Fantasy purchase. Thanks and love the show. I'm excited because it's a new Final Fantasy game, and I hope I won't get burned.
Oh, how many times?
A lot.
Yeah.
We were talking about it on Pup. You know, it's there's no release date for Persona 5, but it's the general understanding is that Persona 5 and Final Fantasy 15 are going to land around the same time. Final Fantasy 15 is going to land at September 30th, 2016. One company in Atlas can be trusted and continues to put out a lot of really quality games time after time. Square Enix is putting out stuff. Some of it is good and some of it is disappointing, and a lot of the stuff you're really interested in just doesn't come out over here. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I'd love for them to come out with another Final Fantasy. This is completely different from what they've been making in the past. They're spending a lot of time and energy on it. I'd really like it to be good. I have to be cautiously optimistic at this point, because there's a really good chance that it's going to be terrible. Like
that trailer I just watched looked fun though.
It looks really good, but Final Fantasy 13 looked really good too. We all know how that happened.
And, another game I keep defending. Oh, because it just popped in my head. Castlevania: Curse of Darkness.
Yeah, those two PS2 ones.
Is awesome.
Yeah.
That game is amazing.
The forgotten Castlevania games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a third person hack and slash. It's gonna suck.
Incorrect. Erroneous on all counts.
Yeah.
All right, that's all of our emails and tweets this week. Thank you very much, everyone, for writing in. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. Join us in the Discord chat server. Everything else is on the right-hand side of the page.
And don't forget to join the forums. Mark yourselves on the map. Join us for our week of game nights. Monday night is Battlefield 4 / Left 4 Dead 2 on the Xbox One, 10 p.m. EST. Destiny Tuesday, Wednesday Rocket League on the PlayStation 4, Thursday Steam game night, and Friday through Sunday is, hey, we're online. Don't be shy. Come and join us.
I'm with the new Destiny patch coming out. I might be looking for more Destiny peeps again, hopping back into that. So hit me up. Don't forget this month's Game Club game is FTL, Faster Than Light. Pick it up. It's really great. It runs on anything. Recording is on Thursday this week, I think, so voting will start for the next game. And watch this show live, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. Watch it on YouTube, youtube.com/thatvideogamepodcast. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We'll see you all next week.
Laters.
Sorry,
Dimebag. The Moonstones you use at Crazy Earl to buy more ammo and backpack slots and bank slots. And also you use them in the grinder to loom shine weapons, which gives you a random perk. And it's not always 100%, but if you loom Moonstone grind something, you get the best possible outcome.
And NY Badger, I'm sorry, I just saw your message that I skipped your tweet. I'm sorry. Nothing personal. I'll save it for next week. All right, I have 3 titles. Don't know why I'm doing it, but it feels good. The Week of 2010, which I like, and Chirp Chirp. Oh, yeah. I like the Week of 2010.
Week of 2010.
Yeah. All right, let's circle that one.
Boomer, dude.
Boomer, like 2 minutes, bro.
Like really, what are you doing? What?
Boomer, we just need to do the
outro.
outro.
All right. I'll give you a hug.
All right. Thank you.
Do you see his paw? Like,
Yeah, just gripping you.
yeah, it's got one on each side. All right, down. Stay down. No,
I'm so excited.
come. All right, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Stop. Go away.
Most of this outro is just gonna be Boomer panting.
Ah.
All right, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 441 for April 4th, 2016, the week of 2010.
Yay, Dead Space again.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We appreciate it. If you like this, toss us a like on YouTube. It helps out a ton.
Yeah.
I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Laters.